Las Vegas is one of the most talked about cities on the planet. But what if most people are getting it completely wrong? We're not here to bash it. We live here. We love this city, but we've also seen the other side, the cracks, the surprises, the data people don't look at, and the side even locals whisper about. Some say Vegas is in decline, others say it's stronger than ever, and the truth? Well, it's complicated, and it's changing fast. So in this video, we're digging deep into what everyone's getting wrong about Las Vegas. Whether you live here, love it, or are planning your next trip, we're uncovering the trends no one shows you, the numbers behind the headlines, and what's really happening under the neon lights, from packed casinos to empty hotel towers to a workforce quietly hurting. If you love deep dives like this, well, hit that like button now. It genuinely helps us uncover the stories no one else is showing you. So you've probably seen the headlines, the YouTube videos. Vegas is empty. Nobody's coming anymore. It's not what it used to be. And yeah, it's been all over the media lately. But here's the thing. We wanted to know, how bad is it really? So we went digging. And y'all, the numbers actually shocked us. So the latest full month of data we have, August 2025, shows visitor numbers down 6.7% year over year. That's about 230,000 few people compared to last August. And it's the 8th straight month that visitation to Las Vegas has dropped. Now, to understand how bad a 6.7% drop is, we have to look back. So for years, Vegas operated on the more is more principle, consistently hovering around 42 million visitors annually before the pandemic. Now that number was considered the baseline. And even after the shutdown, the recovery was initially phenomenal, with months showing double-digit growth. But now, we're not just flattening out, we're actively contracting. The current drop isn't just a seasonal blip. It suggests Vegas has hit a new saturation point, a ceiling on visitor capacity that the current pricing model simply cannot sustain. The city has added huge new attractions like the Sphere and new hotel towers, but those investments require more visitors, not fewer. So when you combine high prices with the feeling of a service downgrade, people make different choices. But it's not just about how many people are coming. It's also how much they're spending and where. Get this, in August, the average hotel occupancy rate on the Strip dropped to 77.5%. That's down almost 4 points from last year. And STR reports show ADR and RevPAR have been trending down since June. Back then, RevPAR was down 13.8% and the average daily rate dropped 6.6%, even with those fun little resort fees still tacked on. Air traffic, also down. Now in August, passenger volume at Harry Reid International dropped 8.5% year over year. And while international traffic varies, August saw a 3.7 drop in international passengers, with deeper dips from places like Canada and Europe earlier in the summer. Now that matters. Why? Because those travelers tend to spend more and Vegas counts on them. And just as all of that was playing out, well, the city stepped in. So in late September, Las Vegas launched the fabulous 5-day sale. So hotels, shows, restaurants, all discounting heavily to fill rooms that weren't already booked. So we're talking like 50% off rooms, waive resort fees, dining promos, and more. It was a big push, and a clear sign that the summer slump had taken its toll. So here's where things get weird. So even with all those drops in visitors this summer, from flights to foot traffic, some parts of Vegas are still making money, like a lot of money. Now, according to the Nevada Gaming Control Board, total casino wins on the Las Vegas Strip actually went up in both July and August, even as fewer people showed up. So in August 2025, Strip gaming revenue hit $679 million. Now that's a 5.5 increase over August 2024. And July, that was even stronger, up 5.6% year over year, with Strip Casino pulling in over $749 million. And it wasn't just the Strip. And if we head to downtown Las Vegas, well, they brought in $63.2 million in August, which is up 8.3% over last year. So what gives? Well, experts say there's a shift happening. So even though there's fewer people coming, the ones who do show up, well, they're spending bigger, especially in the high limit rooms and VIP lounges. We're also seeing more locals driving revenue, especially off Strip, and conventions have stayed solid this year, even outpacing 2024 in some months. Oh, and let's not forget the rise of short event-driven trips. Now, it's not about spending a full week in Vegas anymore. It's about flying in for a Beyonce concert or a UFC fight and dropping 5 figures in 48 hours. But if you think Vegas is still struggling, you're missing the massive investment happening on the other side of the economy. Vegas has become a sports town. Oh yes, it really is. This is a key part of the paradox. So while the average tourist is struggling with high prices, the city and casino operators, well, they're pouring billions into sports infrastructure to attract a different kind of visitor, one with deep pockets and a specific purpose. Yep, we're talking about $2 billion for the Raiders Allegiant Stadium, the success of the Golden Knights T-Mobile Arena. I mean, you got Formula One Grand Prix weekends, which, despite its logistical challenges, show the city can host the world's most elite sporting event. I mean, these events deliver guaranteed high-spending crowds, even when general tourism is down. And the biggest sign of this pivot? Well, the impending arrival of the Oakland A's Major League Baseball team. I mean, the planned $1.5 billion stadium on the Strip, partially funded by public money, is a commitment to a new year-round tourism segment. I mean, the challenge here is the focus. These massive hype projects are aimed at filling high-end hotel rooms and VIP boxes, not lowering the price of a midweek burger. I mean, this sports pivot guarantees future revenue, but it also reinforces the city's move away from the come one, come all mass market model that you grew up with. It's a calculated decision to trade volume for value. And that calculation is exactly what's creating the middle class squeeze. So if the high rollers are still spending, well, what about the rest of us? Because let's be real, for the average visitor, Vegas is feeling a lot more expensive these days. And the data, it backs that up. I mean, let's start with food and drink. In recent months, multiple travel cost indexes have ranked the Las Vegas Strip among the most expensive places in the US to dine out, with average meal and drink prices now rivaling or even exceeding major cities like New York. And some of those viral menu photos, I mean, yeah, they're real. $42 burgers, $10 bottles of water, cocktails pushing $30, and don't even ask about room service. And it's not just the food. I mean, hotel prices might be trending down on paper, but when you factor in resort fees, parking, and deposits, that $89 deal you saw online turns into $215 real fast. So if the Strip is determined to squeeze the middle class tourist, what's your counter move? Well, we got you covered. We compiled a free guide, our 50 best cheap and value restaurants in Las Vegas, local approved. Now, these are the real spots that actually beat the $42 burger problem. So if you want to eat well and save big on your next trip, well, the link to our newsletter is in the description below. Your stomach and wallet will thank you. So there's one other group that's been priced out of the Strip experience, and that's the people who live here. Now, we often hear the question, do locals ever go to the Strip? And the honest answer is less and less. I mean, the Strip has successfully separated itself from the local economy to such an extreme that it's created a local divide. That cost barrier is real. I mean, most locals won't pay $30 for a Strip cocktail or $40 for parking. They know where to get those things without the tourist markup. So for most of the past decade, the Strip's goal was to make visitors feel like they never had to leave the resort. And that included keeping locals out, or at least making it expensive enough that they wouldn't compete for visitor amenities. Now that strategy has created a cultural and economic barrier that's difficult to cross. So the locals economy now revolves around the off-strip market. I mean, we're talking about properties like Red Rock, South Point, you got Green Valley Ranch and Aliente. Well, these properties are designed to be local casinos. When the Strip has a slump, local casinos often stay solid or even see an increase, proving the demand for the Vegas experience is still there. It just needs to be affordable. Look at the data on taxes and infrastructure. This is the biggest irony. Locals shoulder the burden of the city's infrastructure, the roads, the schools, the police, all to support a tourism industry that many locals can no longer afford to enjoy. Over 70% of Clark County's budget is directly tied to taxes generated by the tourism industry. That means the residents of Las Vegas are paying for the upkeep of a playground they're effectively priced out of. Ooh-wee. I mean, this phenom creates a cynicism you won't find in many other tourist cities. It's why locals celebrate when a new locals casino opens, but greet a new Strip resort with an eye roll. I mean, they see the jobs it creates, but they also know the housing, traffic, and cost of living problems it exacerbates. So while the Strip's VIP high rollers are keeping the revenue charts up, the very people who staffed the Strip and who built the city's foundation are actively choosing the other Vegas. This divide is the clearest indicator of who the city has decided to prioritize. And it brings us back to the hidden cost of this prioritization, the human cost. And while tourists might be feeling the squeeze, those working behind the scenes, well, they're feeling something deeper. We're talking about the 300,000 plus workers in Vegas who keep the lights on. Those housekeepers, the servers, the bartenders, dealers, rideshare drivers. Many of them were hit hard during the pandemic and then watched the cost of living in Vegas skyrocket over the past 2 years. The rent in Vegas Metro has jumped over 22% since 2021. Basic groceries up more than 25%. Utility costs have surged, and even though gas has dipped, it's still well above 2019 levels. But here's the kicker. Wages haven't kept up, and tips? which so many rely on, have reportedly dropped significantly. And service unions have started sounding the alarm too. Many casino workers are clocking out and heading straight to second jobs just to make rent, or leaning on family just to keep going. So is Vegas in trouble? Well, not exactly, but it's at a crossroads. Because the numbers don't lie. Visitation is down, costs are up, and the come one, come all spirit that made this city so iconic, well, it's starting to feel like a luxury package deal. You got some saying we're watching Vegas evolve, while others say we're watching it price out the very people who made it magical in the first place. But here's what we know. This city has reinvented itself time and time again, through the recession, crashes, and even shutdowns. And it can do it again. There is still time to recalibrate, to figure out what matters most, and who the city is really for. I mean, locals are speaking up, tourists are changing habits, and businesses are starting to listen. Well, at least some of them. Y'all, and as always, it'll be the people, not just the profits, that shape what's next. We still believe in the city. We see the cracks, but we also see the comeback. And if Vegas is brave enough to reset, Vegas has always sold a dream. But when the price of that dream exceeds the memory, people stop buying. I mean, the future of this city won't be decided by how much a whale bets on Baccarat. It will be decided by how many people still feel like they belong here. Hear me when I say this. The story of Vegas isn't over. It's just reaching its most fascinating chapter. It's no longer what happens here stays here. Now it's what happens here affects everyone. I mean, this city's choice is simple. Will it recalibrate its pricing to bring back the middle class loyalty it was built on? Or will it double down on the high roller model and risk becoming a niche, an expensive destination? You guys, we clearly see the cracks, but we also see the comeback. And if Vegas is brave enough to reset, well, it just might get it right. So what's your verdict? Well, we have a two-part challenge for you in the comments below. First, if you're visiting Vegas soon, what's your #1 budget buster? The single best expense you hate paying? Let us know if it's resort fees, the cocktail prices, or the parking. Second, if you're a local, where's the best hidden gem casino or restaurant off the strip that completely avoids the middle class squeeze? Drop your best local Vegas tip below. Hey, and hitting that like button and subscribing helps us keep digging into the real stories behind the biggest cities. Now, we're on a mission to hit 300,000 subscribers, you guys, and your support makes that possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.